So DPAC, the Denver Performing Arts Complex, is a suite of theaters. Once we added the square footage at the studio loft, has now become the largest performing arts complex under one roof in the United States, just surpassing Lincoln Center in New York. The Performing Arts Complex actually gets its start in the early 1900s. So in 1908, just in time for the first Democratic National Convention that was held here in Denver, the Auditorium Theater right behind us opened. So for the last 100 or more years, there has been arts here. But in the early 1970s, a survey found that only 13% of Denver residents had been attending live theater performances. And so the mayor's office and the city's cultural leadership put together a plan that is what became the Denver Performing Arts Complex. So what you're looking at right now is about 50 years worth of history built on top of a building that initially opened in 1908. On one side of the Performing Arts Complex are three big venues: Boettcher Concert Hall, the Buell Theater, and the L.A. Calkins Opera House. Each of them has plus or minus about 2,000 seats. On the other side of the Performing Arts Complex is the Helen Bonfils Complex, and that's a series of theaters that are very small, sometimes performing new works, but they started out with the Frank Ricketson Theater, which began its life as an actual movie theater.
We've been here for 35 years since the time it was built, and it's critically important for us to be first in the Performing Arts Complex and then to be in our own home. So we're delighted to have people come visit us and enjoy the wonderful music that this great orchestra produces. Well, when you talk about the complex, it's one of the largest performing arts complexes in the country. It sits on about 12 acres, which is a large piece of downtown. The buildings are old and need renovation. It's very important for the constituent, the residents, if you will, to be close to one another, because we can collaborate on things, and we can actually collaborate on more activities as we move forward.
The L.A. Calkins Opera House was really built for opera performance. So acoustically, it is built for unamplified human voice on the stage. The orchestra pit is designed specifically for a large opera orchestra. And the stage size is that, was built so that we have the opportunity to co-produce with other large companies all over the United States. And we can take one set and share it amongst many companies, where when we were particularly in Boettcher Concert Hall 11 years ago, almost 11 years ago now, it was done in the round, or it was done in the three-quarter, and no opera company in the US does opera in the round. So we couldn't share anything. We couldn't be part of the larger opera community across the United States.
For us, the L.A. Calkins Opera House offers a professional venue. It makes us look like a national company. You know, I grew up at the Metropolitan Opera House with the American Ballet Theater, and this has the same feel to it, which is just a nice thing to be part of. And it allows us to present the company in a very grand way. We look like a very big company. What Colorado Ballet is, or the way I see it, define it, is that we're a multifaceted company. We can do Swan Lake, and we can also do masters works, such as Fancy Free and Concerto Barocco, and we can also bring in a Val Caniparoli to do a new work on the company in pieces to Reuter's music, and it just blows everyone away. So the talent of our dancers and the organization and the ability of the product we're able to put on the stage is very well rounded.
What I love about the Denver Center for the Performing Arts is that we are creating unforgettable shared experiences every day here in over 10 theaters, putting our arms around the community and really having a diversity of programming that reflects the diverse community of Denver.
Denver, as we all know, is a world-class city, and what the Arts Complex provides is world-class entertainment to really elevate our community. There is so much going on for everyone. Speaking about specifically about Broadway, I like to quote a line that one of my colleagues in New York uses all the time, which is that Broadway is the longest street in America. And so it's wonderful to have that street stretch across the country from New York through the Midwest, all the way to the Rocky Mountains. And really here in Denver, the Arts Complex is where people can experience the magic of Broadway right here in our own backyard.
We're also very aware that we're part of a neighborhood. We're not just part of a Denver center that has the Colorado Opera, has the ballet, the symphony. We're also part of Denver. And so one of the things we try to do with our education programs is especially make partnerships with Denver public schools, because we feel like they're the future of our art, but they're also the future of our community.
I think when you look at the Performing Arts Complex, you're actually looking at an entire neighborhood. And in the 1970s, when the Performing Arts Complex began its rebirth, this was a place of warehouses and tumbleweeds and run-down parts of downtown. What you've got now is park space that fronts Spear Boulevard and the South Platte River. You've got an iconic glass dome that's over the Galleria. And then you've got the convention center right next door. And so what you really see is the development not just of arts and performance venues, but the development of the Denver Theater District that now extends from an entertainment area that starts at Larimer Square, goes all the way up 14th Street, and actually reaches into the 16th Street Mall area as well.